I want to welcome everybody to the Paid Exposure Podcast. I am your host, Gavin, aka Coke, aka whatever you want to call me. It does not matter. This is an exclusive podcast episode. It's exclusive. Why? Because Kiana is still on vacation. So with Kiana still on vacation for going into the second week, the pod must continue. But she will be back next week. So if you hear for Kiana, I get it. I'll see y'all next week. However, it is important to state that this is a photography podcast. I am Gavin, a Charlotte photographer. I promise y'all I wasn't going to do this all the time. But this is like a little mini episode. It's mini because where our episodes usually be about 2 hours, today it won't be. Hopefully I get y'all up out of here in about 19 minutes. But nonetheless, a couple of things before we get started. Please check out the Facebook group, No More Pod by Gavin B. It's only for photographers or videographers. No models are allowed. No makeup artists are allowed. We don't allow painters. I respect everybody. We definitely don't allow people that just don't do nothing. No podcasts are allowed unless it's a photography podcast. But it's just for photographers and videographers because there should be a community for us with just us. So there we go. Check that out. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's going to be somewhere around here, probably nowhere or across the screen. Follow me at IM_Gavin B. Please make sure you follow the podcast, Paid Exposure _podcast. Nonetheless, today, let's rewind this back. Episode 77, we had an interesting topic that I felt like we did not go fully into detail. And that topic was the art of mini sessions. So if you're listening, it's probably because you like the title. And if you do scroll to the end, I encourage you to listen for the next couple of minutes because we're going to get to it. But at the end, we're going to talk about how to increase the sales of your mini sessions. Before I get started, first of all, let's talk about what a mini session is. So you have a regular session. A mini session is exactly what it is. It's a mini version of that session. Mini sessions started out, I don't even know how. It was a great time for me to lie, but I fell in love with mini sessions, or I fell into mini sessions, or I fell into the idea of mini sessions because I started noticing some of the super uber big photographers when they were traveling. They thought it would be cool to say, hey, I'm new in your city. If you want to shoot, let's shoot. Mini sessions are dope because while you don't have time, or you might not set up like a full hour session or 45-minute session, you could offer something along the lines of 15 minutes or 20-minute sessions, which was great because one, they were at a cheaper rate. So you kind of open up your prices to people that may not be able to afford you all the time, things of that nature. But you get to meet new people, shoot with new people, and possibly get new clients that way. So that's kind of how I ran into it. Shout out to, I'm not even going to call them out because they might not, I don't think they do it anymore. But seen a bunch of photographers who was offering it, and I thought it was a super cool idea. And one day I got inspired to do one, and it was great. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. The first time it was great. The second time, The third time was trash. And I'm going to, as we go through this, I kind of want to talk about how those things happen, because I do believe that mini sessions, when done correctly, are beneficial. When done terribly, they are pointless. And sometimes I've noticed that at least 90% of the photographers I talk to are turned off by mini sessions or the ideas. However, I don't know if they're really upset with mini sessions or the clients that come with mini sessions, which are two different things. They can definitely go coincide with each other and run together. But however, most of the time it's usually like, hey, I didn't like the clientele, or deep down, they don't want to admit it. They did a lot of shit wrong, but they don't want to say it. But we get there. So when should you do a mini session? That's the best thing. You don't do it during your busy season. I don't suggest that you do it. So let's go through when you shouldn't. I don't believe you should do it when you're busy. I don't believe you should do it when you're backed up. I don't believe you should do it if if you have no issue with finding clients, meaning that you have no downtime, you really should not be doing mini sessions. When should you be doing it? Let's say you're going to a new place and you kind of just want to shoot there. There's certain places on my bucket list that I'm like, I don't care where I'm at, I got to shoot in that city. I've never done a photo shoot in LA. I've been to LA a couple of times, never got to shoot. The next time I go out there, I'm going to shoot in LA. So I might offer a mini session if I can't find anyone. I've offered mini sessions in Vegas. I've never shot in Miami. I want to do that, so I'll probably do that. I offered mini sessions when I went to New York one time. So it's cool. It's like certain places that you might want to go. You might set up shop and offer mini sessions. So I definitely, if you're traveling, I believe it. If you have downtime, if you can't find leads, this is a perfect time. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into photography in 2021. Welcome, join the group. However, if you cannot find clients, it might be a perfect time for you yourself to offer mini sessions. Well, Gavin, I don't offer big sessions. So is this going to be the norm? Absolutely not. You should do this to grow your portfolio. So if you're new into this, brand new, or if you have been doing it for a while, but you just want to offer mini sessions, this is a great time to do it. The benefits of getting mini sessions, like I just said, new clientele, potential clientele, honestly, the money. We talked about this last podcast. I'm not one of those guys who's going to sit around here and say, hey, I do everything for the love. I don't believe in that. I do believe in that. I don't believe in lying and trying to appeal to people, making people think, oh my gosh, I'm super passionate about this. I would do this and, be homeless if I could. No, it's not going to happen. No need of lying, no need of BSing you right here. All right. A bunch of photographers out there will lie to you and act like they would do this for no money. That's cool. They're always on Facebook crying. If you notice anything, they're always on Facebook or Instagram bitching about something. I don't know what they bitching about. People in the background of me making this video are frowning because they know I'm about to go on a rant. But the people who seem to, I only do it for the love. Okay, great. Then when people stop loving them, then they're bitching. That's a whole nother subject. So what is the benefits? The money, different clientele, and also you can reach into different demographics or different markets that you're not really fully ready to jump into, but it's a great opportunity for you to find a way to make this happen. So think of it like that. Now, for what you're here for, how do I increase my sales for a mini session? That's a great question. The number one thing you should do, you have to avoid communication pitfalls. That sounds so simple. I hate when I watch these videos and it's like the simplest shit, right? Like personally right now, I'm trying to learn how to grow my podcast, right? So I hate when I see something like, oh, how do you grow your podcast? Oh, be consistent. Duh. Anyway, but the first thing is first, you have to avoid communication pitfalls. Too many photographers have found a way to offer mini session and they suck at business. So no matter if it's a mini session or a regular session, or if it's like a bundle or branding set, no matter what it is, their communication is so trash that they always do bad business or always have communication issues. My first things I would say is to avoid those communication pitfalls, you need to have a website. If you don't have a website already, you need to build you one. Your next investment should be going on Squarespace, go on Squarespace. I would offer and tell you to go to Wix or go to WordPress. Just go to Squarespace. Set you a website. Get you $300. Get you a website and domain. That'd be good. It's not even $300. I'm giving you some spending money, so you can do some type of marketing after that. But take you $300. Get you a website. Build it today. So on your website, you should have in your store where people can go and buy a ticket to your mini session. Excuse me. I had a blink right there. I had a blank. So they should be able to go on your website and say, hey, I'm going to buy a slot to your mini session. So when they arrive to your page, they need to be able to see clearly what is offered. So, and I did a little bit of research to figure out why people don't like mini sessions or what's their thoughts on mini sessions. And a lot of people, like I said, did not like it. But the number one thing I'm noticing photographers have an issue with is they're not clear. So, hey, I'm offering mini sessions. You should check it out. It's only $200 for a slot. Sign up here. Okay, cool, great. Now I'm going to show up with my whole family. Okay, now I'm a bride and groom, and I'm realizing I'm having a courthouse wedding that day, and I think I want to just run over there to you. Or, I'm a brand, and I see you're offering 10, and I'm noticing that, hey, I can get, if it's depending on the times limits, I can bring my whole company out there and get headshots. And you're going to, it's a lot of things you have to be clear about. So for me, I'm clear about how much time I'm offering, how many people can be in the shoot. Usually time I'm not, and we'll get to this in the end, I'm not really particular about who all and cannot participate. My thing personally has always been, if you can get it done within that time, I'm letting you do it. So for that, I don't limit people on outfits. However, my sessions are so short that you're only going to have time for one outfit. So if you're confusing people on that, then yes, maybe you should only have one outfit. Keep that in mind. Let's only do one outfit. Another way of communication, avoiding communication pitfalls. People, once they sign up, should get a confirmation email. The week before, people should get a confirmation email. The day before, people should get another confirmation email. Let me tell you what, the first one is let you know, hey, you signed up. Thank you. This is your time slot. It's just a confirmation. The second one, the one that comes maybe a week out, is just to remind people that their mini session is coming up. It's going to remind them of the location. By this time, you'll be able to check the weather so you know if it's going to rain or not. Please, my first mini session was supposed to be outside. It got moved a week before in a studio. Now, you need a plan if you're doing this out of town. What's going to happen if it rains? If it rains, you're going to have to refund people's money. This is not the time to try to do the business thing of like, oh, per my contract, it's non-refundable. You just got to catch me the next time I'm in your city. No, this is not the time to do that. People will bash you, kill your business, and you're gonna get chargebacks, and then you're really gonna be stuck because now it's up to you to fight them for the money that, for a contract you couldn't fulfill. So let's avoid that. Figure out a backup plan if it does rain. My best bet would be to figure out if you can get an Airbnb of some sort, things of that nature. It's up to you. Find a studio. Just have a backup plan. So that's going to come in that second email, the actual location. You're going to remind people of their time slot. So if you are doing 10 that day, yes, you're going to need to probably send out 10 different emails. Say, hey, please remember, or if you're going to send out one, say, hey, please refer back to your receipt on when is your time slot. The one that comes the day before is just to remind people once again and to offer parking solutions. Okay, Gavin, I'm not from the city. It does not matter. Offer parking solutions. The worst thing that can happen is you're selling 20-minute slots and your client arrives 10 minutes late because they can't find parking. Well, you're going to be compassionate because you're a compassionate person. And what's going to happen is when they show up 10 minutes late, you're going to say, hey, well, we can keep going till my next person comes. And then you're going to start noticing everybody's showing up late because they don't know where the hell to park. Figure out a solution for that. I've always done this where I tell people, I'm saying, hey, sorry, I just had to check the time. I always tell people, I'm like, hey, please park here. Please think about parking there. Things of that nature. This would be good for you guys. So avoid those communications. Also, people should know once they sign up, what is the process after they shoot with you. The worst thing that can happen is you get bad pub from this because, hey, I'm too busy. I told you not to do this when you're busy. But hey, I'm too busy, so you're going to get your shoots later. This is not the time for you to say, hey, this is a mini discounted session, so I'm going to give you mini discounted business. People do not care. They will slander your name. They will get you the hell up out of here if you want to do bad business, even no matter how cheap. You try to give them something. Sometimes, as photographers, we have this weird thing of saying like, cheap work invites cheap clients, and I don't like that. Well, sometimes the type of business you do invites cheap clients as well. Keep that in mind. So let's avoid that as well. So let people know, hey, the process is, and by the way, this is a discounted. People understand that you're going to be working with a lot of people this day. This is the perfect time to say, hey, why usually it takes me 7 to 10 business days to do this. This is actually going to take 14 to 21. You just go ahead and get people. When they sign up, they know. You don't want nobody signing up saying, hey, I kind of need this for a presentation tomorrow. No, they already know. Avoid. The more you communicate with people throughout this process, the easier it goes. Number 2, time slots. Always sell time slots. Always put a 15-minute buffer between time slots, at least 10 to 15 minutes. The reason why you do time slots is so people don't just say, oh, no. I didn't know I only had 10 minutes. I didn't know I only have 20 minutes to shoot with you. I had no idea. I thought we could shoot 2 hours. Nope. This is avoiding the communication part that we talked about. Sell time slots. Stick to your time slots. A timer is always cool. Having somebody there to help you is always cool. The first time, I want to say my wife came along with me and she was able to direct people where I was. She was also able to let me know like, hey, you got 5 minutes left. Such and such is arriving. Also, by the way, going back, I always told people to show up at least 5 to 10 minutes early. Trust me on that. You always want to do that. Also, to time slots, put a time in there where you could take a break. While your time slots will be short, me personally, I like to do 20-minute slots or 20-minute shoots. Probably after the 6th one, I like to take like a little hour break. Go grab me something to eat. Just get away from that area. check my emails. People are going to flake. People are going to try to cancel. People are going to have issues. You need to be able to have somebody, if not you, to be able to check your phone, check your emails to say, hey, Gavin, I'm lost. Say, hey, Jalen Rose, I'm not here. I won't be able to make it. Nothing's worse. I had a young lady one time. Her mini session started at 8. She texted me at 7:30 to let me know that she couldn't come because she had car trouble. Did she ask for her money back? Absolutely not. But she had literally car troubles and she was stuck on the highway. And the sad part about that is I did not check my email before. And my next shoot was actually not to 10. So it was too much for me to go back home. But if I would have checked it that morning when I woke up, I would have saw it and I could have slept in. But that's a whole nother subject. Number 3, and we only got 4 of these today. Number 3, upsell the additionals. That makes no sense. So you need to upsell. There's going to be additionals that you can always offer to people. Additional edits, additional prints, additional photo albums. It's always additions. I wish I had an echo on this shit. Always try to figure out a way that you can say, hey, I can upsell you. The way you increase sales, this is the biggest one actually, now I'm thinking about it. This is how you make the money. So right now, my regular session for one outfit is $300, right? Don't DM me and say, yo, you should be charging more than that. I understand that. I ain't got time for y'all today. However, when I do mini sessions, I might do it for like 200, right? Or sometimes 150. I haven't done a mini session. I don't know when the next one I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm planning one, but that's a whole different subject. I make more money sometimes on my minis because once you come to me, you don't get the same. So you have to structure the package where it's not the same as your regular your regular session. So if a regular session for me is one outfit, 5 edits in your full gallery and it's 300. Okay, cool. My mini session might be 200, one outfit, 20 minutes, 3 edits, something along those lines, right? But when you shoot with me, my goal is not for you to find just 3 pictures you like. My goal is actually for you to find 20 that you like. So now I'm gonna have you have edit packages or additional edit packages, right? So somebody might say, hey, I want an extra 5, I want an extra 10, or I want an extra 20, or you want all of them. I figure out a way to get them there. Also, once they buy their edits, I hit them with, hey, if you would like, we can go ahead and get you a photo album. We can make a photo album for you. Check this out. Let me know. Also, if you would like a print, I can print these, have them delivered to you. Make your life as easy as possible. Pixie Set is a great place where you can have your gallery. And in that gallery, people can go ahead and purchase prints right there. And actually, a third party will take care of it. So you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to take their order, get their order. You don't got to do nothing. It all gets done on there and you can just collect the money. Think about it. So upsell, the biggest issue I always notice with photographers that as I'm getting further and further apart of this journey is that photographers have an issue with upselling. They're either too scared or they're not thinking about it. Everywhere you go in your life where you get a service, there's a potential to upsell you. When you go get an oil change, what they do? They tell you everything wrong with your car. Upselling. Even when you go get a pizza, they always have something there extra for you. All pizza places sell sodas. All pizza places sell salads. All pizza places sell desserts. It's a pizza place. Why are you trying to sell me bread and lasagna? You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm trying to say that there's potential to upsell you. So think of it like that. You go get flowers, they're going to try to upsell you. Anything you do in a service, there's always a potential for upselling. As a photographer, take that chance because only thing you need is one person to say yes. And then next thing you know, it's less work for you to make more money. Think about it. The last thing, my final thing I will always say to help you increase your sales in doing mini sessions is simply target in your marketing. You have to do target marketing and it will... Target marketing, let me put it like this. Target marketing allows you to be simple but effective. So for me, I think of where I'm at. What is my ideal person? Is it a model? Absolutely not. Y'all know how I feel about trying to get models to purchase or pay stuff from you. That doesn't work. Sorry, no offense. Shout out to all the models out there. Y'all great to collab with, but actually like depending on business from you, absolutely not. So as a photographer, you got to be smart. Are you going to a city that has a beautiful park in there? Maybe. So this might not be the time where you say, hey, I'm going to track realtors. I'm actually going to reach out to families. So I'm going to say, hey, whoever I know in that city, I'm going to be like, hey, can you spread this to a couple of your friends? Let them know I'm offering this to tell their friends. Let it work for you. It will spread, especially if people see like, oh my goodness, this person is coming here. I'm never going to get this done. I haven't thought about this. I haven't thought about doing this for a while. This is a great time. I have a couple of dollars to spend. Yes, I'm going to take my family out there. Or maybe you're in a very architectural, whatever, city. And you might say, hey, I'm going to reach out to realtors. Okay, well, maybe you're in a city where it's a shit ton of photographers and you're like, hey, this would be a great time for you guys to come out here, you ladies or gents, and come out here and get you some headshots, get you some shots with your camera, some branding shoots. So think of, you got to be targeted. And the only thing you got to do is throw it on Instagram, throw it on Facebook, let your friends and family and network work for you. So think about that. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go like me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're seeing this at. Please like and subscribe. Share this with another photographer. I'm trying to grow this channel and I can't wait to see y'all. Instagram, that is it. I will say hop on Facebook. Hop on the podcast to listen to the rest because I got to rant right quick because, we got a lot of stuff coming on. All right. And we out.